What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Halo Infinite's completion percentage. Kind of odd to put it that way, but I kind of want to talk about, when you're getting the achievements in this game, those percentages of who actually got the achievements, they are not very high. And I will say, I noticed this when playing it, and then obviously I saw it online as well. And of course, we've talked about online console warriors and stuff. They will always make it, a battle and kind of frame it as like, our Xbox players don't actually play games through or don't beat games. Here's the deal, though. It actually, I think, is just a bigger statement on the gaming industry in general. I've actually talked about this on my main channel before, many months ago, of the sad reality, because when we talk about like things we do like or don't like in games, or certain genres that we do or do not like, what's hard is that there are a lot of people that, don't think the same way. When I say I don't care about like Apex Legends or Fortnite, like there's millions upon millions of people that play those games. In fact, they far outnumber me and anybody that listens to me. You know what I mean? So that's like the weird thing. And one thing you quickly realize with game completion things, or I guess people like literally completing games, is that it actually doesn't happen often. Percentages of people that beat games are incredibly low all the time. I think there are like official numbers online, and some studios have like told people what their own are, and sometimes they hover in like, say, I'll be kind, 20 to 40% of people may beat like a given game, and that could be a game that's like 10 to 15 hours long. We're not talking about a game that's 50 hours or 100 hours that's got all the... Now, most of those games, I guess the main quests aren't actually that long, but the point is, even a game like Halo Infinite, let's say, right? It took me way longer to beat that game because I did everything. I completed everything. I did a lot of stuff, and I didn't do, I guess, literally everything. I think there's still multiplayer cosmetics I didn't find, but I did everything else. And it probably took me, 25 to 30 hours to do it. If you just do the story, it's like 5 or 6. You know what I mean? It's very short. And what's tough is when I was getting these achievements, the percentages for, I guess, some of the activities was very low. 2%, 3%. But also the achievement numbers for actual mission trophy, or like I keep saying trophies because I mainly play PlayStation, but the mission achievements when you're actually playing a campaign mission were like under 5%. It was like 4 to 5% for some of the later missions in Halo Infinite, and that does make me kind of sad. I think the one I guess element I would say or step up is say, I actually really liked the story for Halo Infinite quite a bit. I think it was actually one of, if not the best parts of the game. Mechanically, the game is really good. It's fundamentally sound. That would probably be its greatest strength. And then I would say the interaction between the characters, between the weapon, between Chief, between Echo, it's really good. Like, I really like the story that I think it's easily the best story that 343 has told out of the 3 games. Now, they're not, it's not that hard, I guess, to beat the other 2, but they did a really good job, and it is sad. Now, again, like, I'm not going to take the step and say, oh, Xbox player, it's because of Game Pass, it's because of Xbox players. No, this is an industry-wide problem. I would honestly say problem. It's a problem because, these guys, and not just 343, anybody, they work pretty darn hard on these stories, and then when you see, now, obviously, trophies don't give you achievements, for either console, right? They don't give you the whole picture all the time, or maybe their internet was off, the trophies didn't sync with the network or anything like that. But again, like some of the stats that say like 20, 25, 30% of the players will beat a game, and the game maybe only is like 10, 15 hours, and those sometimes are games that don't even have multiplayer. So can you imagine that? Like 10 million people, say even like God of War, could you even, like, and this is, I'm sure, a real thing, it's just not something people really talk about much. The game sold, 20 million, or there's 20 million people that have played God of War 2018. I bet you less than 4 million actually played it all the way through to beat the story, to know the ending of the story. Now, yes, they could look it up online, watch cutscenes, all that stuff, and I'm sure some of those 16 million other people that didn't finish it, I'm sure they did. I'm sure there are more people that know the ending of God of War, than just those 4 million. But I sincerely think if you checked the deep statistics, the back end stuff that really nobody but the studios themselves could look at, I guarantee you would find that people don't play all the way through, which is it's insane. I don't really think, again, it's you'll have people spin it that maybe it's like it's an Xbox problem, or maybe it's a Halo Infinite problem, like the game sucks so people didn't want to go through the entire story. No, now, all right, I guess what I will say though, like 5% is kind of low. Okay, so 5% of players that played the game got to, say, the final mission. That is kind of alarmingly bad. And again, I'm not going to say why or whose fault that is, but I will just say that is kind of alarmingly bad. The game is very short, especially if you just do single player. However, if it's 5% and it counts the people that played the multiplayer, that could be a very good reason why it's 5%, right? Because you could be having, sincerely, millions of people that are just playing it for the free-to-play multiplayer, which, I mean, look, 343 probably doesn't care, right? They're going to make money through Battle Pass, people that are going to do that, right? They don't care. So if you had all these people, if you had more people playing this game because of the multiplayer, and it just so happens that that is tanking the statistics, right? Because then you're losing people, or you're counting them, but they're not even playing the story. So yeah, that would tank how many people are playing it all the way through. So I don't know if that's the reason. I mean, I haven't looked, I haven't seen that. They're not really talking about it. You know what I mean? There's not really a lot of focus on those achievement percentages, but I just thought it was interesting because overall, I would say it's more of like a gaming industry issue, right? But then I would say there are specific reasons probably for any game. Just take any game and you can kind of analyze it. And I think there are definitely reasons for Halo Infinite, but I'm not making it a console wars thing. It's not like Xbox players versus PlayStation players. I'm sure there's some alarm. Like, I don't even want to know how many people didn't play all the way through, like an Uncharted 4 or the first Last of Us or like the Infamous games or stuff like that. Games I think are phenomenal and everybody should play in general, and also should play from start to finish. I don't even want to know how many people actually did, because the number is 100% less than half. I would put any amount of money on less than half of the people that played Uncharted, God of War, pick any big PlayStation game or Xbox game. I guarantee you less than half played through it, which is kind of sad. It's actually insanely sad. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed, bell icon turned on. I do a brand new video on the channel every single day, and so I hope to see you guys for tomorrow's video.